All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the full story on WYAB 103.9 as we get to our next story. We mentioned Matt Gaetz just a little bit earlier. Well, the House Ethics Committee, which is chaired by Republican Congressman Michael Guest, secretly voted earlier this month, according to CNN, to release its report into the conduct of former Representative Matt Gaetz before the end of this Congress, according to multiple sources with knowledge on the matter. The report is now expected to be made public after the House's final day of votes this year as lawmakers leave Washington for the holidays. So they're going to be, peace out, here's Matt Gaetz' stuff. This is what they're essentially going to do. The vote, which has not been previously reported, amounts to a stark reversal for the panel after it had voted along party lines in late November not to release the resulting investigation. The decision to release the report suggests that some Republicans ultimately decided to side with Democrats on the matter, and it is unclear if the committee will once again change course now that it is voted. So since they voted it, they could go, hey, we're not going to do it, we are going to do it, we're not going to do it, are they, aren't they, kind of thing. But according to these so-called sources, they have voted to release it. When the committee voted last month to shelve the report, Gaetz was President-elect Donald Trump's choice to be Attorney General. Since then, Gaetz withdrew himself from consideration from the post, though he maintains frosty relations with many in his party and is still active in GOP politics. It is exceedingly rare for an ethics report to be released after a member has left Congress, because again, what's the point of knowing about a person's ethics once they leave? Though it has happened a couple times in the past. The committee revised the issue behind closed doors earlier this month after a feud over the report spilled into public view before Thanksgiving. The Ethics Committee's report concludes a years-long probe into numerous allegations against Gaetz, including whether he engaged in sexual misconduct, used illicit drugs, shared any inappropriate images or videos on the House floor. That shouldn't be too hard to know. I'm kind of curious, was he going around showing funny videos? I don't know what that is. Misused state identification records, converted campaign funds for personal use. That's more concerning than all of them, if you ask me. And or accepted a bribe, also bad, improper gratuity, or impersonal gifts. Gaetz has vigorously denied all the allegations and has characterized the investigations as a witch hunt. In a post on X in response to CNN's report on Wednesday, Gaetz emphasized that he was fully exonerated by, in all caps, by a separate Department of Justice probe, and he said he never had sexual contact with someone under 18. So I guess she was 18. A claim that was addressed in the House Ethics reports. He said, "My 30s were an era of working hard and playing hard too. It's embarrassing, though not criminal, that I probably partied, womanized, drank, and smoked more than I should have early in life. I live a different life now." Speaker Mike Johnson has said that he does not believe the report should be released since Gaetz is no longer a member of Congress after he abruptly resigned once Trump announced him as an initial Attorney General choice. Gaetz, who was elected to his seat last month prior to his election, has said he has no plans of returning to Congress next year. He said, "I'm still going to be in the fight, but it's going to be from a new perch. I do not intend to join the 119th Congress," is what he told Charlie Kirk. "I am going to be fighting for President Trump. I'm going to be doing whatever he asked of me, as I always have." And he also announced that he will be joining One America News Network in January. So he's getting a nice, cushy political talk gig. Those stupid political talk guys. What do they know? But I don't know. To me, at this point, it's, again, what is the purpose? The Department of Justice did look into it and has decided not to file any criminal charges. Now, ethics is different from criminal charges, right? Something can be unethical, but still legal. And so there could definitely be some stuff in there that he could have done. Again, they couldn't prosecute. But again, my thing is this is chaired by the Republicans. This is, done by Matt Gaetz, by Michael Guest. Sorry, did I say Matt Guest? It's Matt Gaetz, Michael Guest. But my thing is, what is the purpose here? right? Again, I've told you I'm no fan of Matt Gaetz. I haven't been because of how he made the Republican Party look. He made the Republican Party look bad, and I'm not a fan of that because of him. But the thing is that, again, what I think only releasing this at this point, again, is going to only look bad on the Republican Party. He is no longer in Congress. His ethics are no longer in question. Again, I think that's why Donald Trump did what he did, because he is able to get Matt Gaetz out. It was a brilliant political move, I think, by Donald Trump by pretending to promote him, and then I have to leave. I'm gonna leave, because of this, and therefore he gets to maintain face. It was a beautiful move by Donald Trump. And so by them releasing that, though, it just defeats the whole purpose of why Donald Trump did that. So they really need to think about what they're doing, because there's a lot of stuff that gets in there, right? This report, they talk about what people said. There's no such thing as rules of evidence in these reports, right? There's all kind of hearsay stuff, things that can otherwise be unproven, and all it could do is serve to embarrass the Republican. I couldn't care less about Matt Gaetz. What I do care about is the image of the Republican Party, and so if it does anything to harm that, then the Republicans, since they chair that committee, it serves no purpose because he's no longer in Congress. And if it only does is hurt the Republican Party, then it doesn't need to be released. Clear and simple. So I don't know what they think they're doing. They need to get their crap together. And again, the power is in the party, and you do not need to want to. Why would you purposely want to hurt your own party? So they need to get their crap together over there in that committee and re-vote to keep this thing from coming out, because otherwise they're just going to harm themselves and harm the Republicans as they come in to 2 years of when we got to get stuff done. All right, we're going to take our last break here. When we get back, we'll do This Day in History, but keep it tuned to the full story on WYAB 103.9.